takes on Connecticut in Game 1 of a three-game set against the Tigers. Getting ready for the action on our Cayuga Community College pregame show. I'm Drew Carter alongside Chris Trill as we open up our show, presented as always by Auburn Citizen. Chris, same guys, same analysis, but one thing is different.
Yeah, we got some new haircuts. If you personally have not seen the difference, I personally feel like a brand new man, but look pretty fresh tonight. A little bit more than Drew, but we're both fire for today's game.
Yeah, you look like a five-star man for sure. If you want to vote on whose haircut looks better, go to our Twitter @Doubledays and tell us who you think has the better haircut, either Chris or Drew. I'm not going to be offended if you vote for Chris because, again, that hair is straight up fuego. But that does it for our show opening presented by the Citizen. As we move on now back to the baseball, Doubledays with 6 games on the road, turned into 5 games after one of them was rained out at State College. Taking a look at our road trip report presented as always by Onondaga Coach. Doubledays win 1 game against the Spikes and then 1 game against the Valley Cats at Tri-City.
Yeah, Drew, that other game against the Valley Cats doubleheader. Yeah, it was really good opening up that series. Some nice one-run wins just overall on the road trip, and really highlighted our pitching during the road trip. Yeah.
You mentioned those one-run wins. That's a bright spot for the Doubledays after last year they really struggled in that setting. This year, above 500 in those one-run games. That's certainly a good sign for Auburn. It's got them pretty high in the standings right now. Doubledays at 19 and 18. As we take a look at our standings presented by Wegmans, Auburn is, yes, 5 games back in Mahoning Valley, but only a game and a half out in the wild card standings.
Yeah, Drew. Fortunately, not where we want in the division, but wild card you take it every time. So just keep on chugging, and tonight's going to be a huge game for just to maintain that pace, maybe move up a game.
Now, one guy who's been pitching pretty well for the Doubledays as of late is Aaron Barrett. He's our Humphrey Catering Player Spotlight. We spoke with him a few minutes ago. Doubledays getting set to take on the Tigers here at Game 1 at Falcon Park, back on our Cayuga Community College pregame show. I'm Drew Carter along with Aaron Barrett, a guy who's pretty famous in this era. You've been a former big leaguer back with the Doubledays for the first time since 2011. How's it been so far?
It's been fun. I mean, we're trying to have a good time, trying to win some ball games. Got a good group of guys. It's been fun.
You pitched quite a few times for the Doubledays. How do you feel like it's going for you out on the mound?
So far, I think my last few outings have started to be a lot better. I feel more consistent, kind of getting back in the sync of things, just kind of trying to remember how I used to pitch, so to speak. So it's been good, just trying to keep it rolling.
So can you give us an idea a little bit of your initial injury and then your recovery, because it had been a while before you pitched for the first time, so can you kind of just walk us through that journey a little bit?
Yeah, it's definitely been a long road. I had Tommy John at the end of 2015, and then as I was rehabbing back about a week before I went on my rehab assignment, ended up breaking my humerus, snapped it in half, and it was a pretty gruesome event, but they put 2 plates and 16 screws in my arm, and it took about a whole year for the bone to heal because it's such a significant bone. It's just been a long road of recovery, and finally was able to. A lot of people didn't think I would ever throw again, but after a long road, started playing catch again last year, and was able to get off the mound for the first time this spring training, and now I'm here pitching in games. Just super grateful and blessed for the opportunity.
I know you're a big family guy. Your wife Kendall, you actually just had your first kid this past year, right? How important was your family to you during that whole process?
Oh, super important. I mean, obviously, having them by my side and being able to watch the birth of my first child, was such a blessing. You take for granted a lot of things, including this game, and being able to have a new perspective on life and baseball, can really bring a lot of things to light. Just super fortunate to have them by my side, and the rest of my family just been tremendous support through this whole journey.
With Doubledays reliever Aaron Barrett. Now, when you guys are playing cards on the bus, not a whole lot gets in between your card games. But I've noticed that one thing that does is whenever your family calls. How cool is that when you're like, I mean, a little peek behind the curtain here when you can do like baby talk with your kid, and then your wife is. How cool is that for you when they just ring you up?
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously one of the hard parts of being a baseball player is being away from family, and obviously since I'm the older guy on the team, I'm one of the few that's married and has a kid, and obviously. Anytime I get a FaceTime call, I'm always going to answer. But right now she's almost 10 months. She's walking almost and crawling, and so those are just moments that I'm not going to miss. So it's a lot of fun.
I know your family was out here for a little bit. What'd you guys do to have some fun in Auburn?
We went on a wine tour, went to Toro Run one time. We went to Emerson Park for a day, you know, kind of relaxed, had a good time. You know, she came to a couple games, just tried to enjoy, you know, everything that City of Auburn offers. And I think we went over the Scanty Atlas for a couple nights, had dinner over there, just, you know, just took in the sights.
Talking with Doubledays reliever Aaron Barrett now. As someone who's kind of been through the entire grind before, as someone who's climbed the ladder to the big leagues, you've sort of established yourself as a bit of a team leader here.